Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're heading way up north, far into the freezing Arctic, to Svalbard. Now, you probably know this place for its biting winds, deep snow, and polar bears. But it also holds this incredibly profound paradox. You see, this remote, deeply hostile archipelago acts as the ultimate safe house for our global food supply. It is quite literally humanity's backup plan, built straight into the side of a frozen mountain. 1,385,898. Just think about that staggering number for a second. We're talking about nearly 1.4 million individual seed samples hidden deep inside an Arctic mountain. This isn't just some random statistic, right? It's a massive, painstakingly cataloged biological backup of humanity's entire agricultural history. From ancient greens to hypermodern crop varieties, the whole shebang is sitting right there in the dark, just waiting. But to truly wrap our heads around the significance of this vault, we've got to look at how the mountain around it, and honestly the island itself, has completely transformed over the past century. Which brings us to part 1, Frakil to Kunskap, the evolution of Svalbard. You know, Svalbard's primary purpose used to be entirely different from what it is today. Back in the early 1900s, commercial coal mining really took off, turning these islands into this harsh fossil fuel-driven outpost. People were basically carving out a living in the absolute dark. But as the decades rolled on, priorities radically shifted. In 1993, UNIS, the world's northernmost research institution, was established, effectively planting the seeds of a totally new era. That paved the way for 2008, when the Global Seed Vault officially opened its doors, permanently changing the island's global significance. And then, as a highly symbolic end to the old era, 2025 marked the absolute closure of Groove 7, the very last Norwegian coal mine up there. The contrast here is honestly striking. Svalbard has completely transitioned away from company towns built purely around extracting fossil fuels and the grueling work of pulling coal from the earth. Today, it stands as a major global hub for science and conservation. Whether we're talking about advanced SwalSat satellites continuously pulling down critical global data or cutting-edge environmental research happening year-round, the mission has completely flipped. It went from extracting the Earth's resources to actively protecting them. Section 2. Klimaendringer på ground zero. A fragile environment. 6 times. The scientific data is totally undeniable here. Svalbard is warming 6 times faster than the global average. Ocean warming is pushing warm water northward at an unprecedented rate, which actually prevents those protective fjords from freezing over in the winter. It's drastically altering an environment that is, by definition, supposed to be permanently frozen. The very ice that defines this whole landscape is rapidly retreating. And that rapid warming, it leads to some shocking extremes. In July 2020, the region hit an extreme summer heat record of 21.7 degrees Celsius. To put that into perspective, normal summer highs there hover between just 3 and 6 degrees. So a temperature spike like that is absolutely jarring. It severely threatens local stability, and most importantly for our story, it threatens the frozen permafrost that every single structure, including the entrance to the seed vault, is built upon. So what does this all mean on the ground? Well, this heat translates into devastating real-world consequences. Leading up to February 2020, Svalbard experienced a staggering 111 consecutive months of above-normal temperatures. Just an unrelenting streak of warmth that is actively thawing the permafrost, literally destabilizing the ground beneath local towns and critical infrastructure. It's triggering a higher frequency of dangerous avalanches, which has actually already forced some people to abandon their homes, and it's drastically shortening the snow seasons. It has suddenly become an incredibly hostile, fragile, and unpredictable landscape to host humanity's ultimate backup drive. Moving on to Section 3, Verdens viktigste bank, guarding the future. Now, despite the fragility of that shifting climate outside, the vault's internal security commands just immense global trust. 132 different depositors. We're talking sovereign nations, indigenous groups, and independent gene banks from literally every single corner of the planet. They all trust this one remote facility to hold their agricultural heritage safely under the ice. It's a profound level of international faith, really. Because of that trust, the vault currently safeguards an astonishing 6,536 different plant species. This ensures an absolutely vast, irreplaceable level of agricultural biodiversity. Think of it this way. If a specific crop disease wipes out a modern plant anywhere in the world, the original genetic blueprints needed to breed a resistant version are locked away safely right here. It is, for sure, an insurance policy against agricultural extinction. The whole system is built on this brilliant concept, the seed duplicate. You see, the vault doesn't take the world's only copy of a seed. Instead, it functions exactly like an international backup hard drive. The original seed stays right in its home country's local gene bank, being actively used and studied, while a duplicate copy is kept up in Svalbard for free, long-term storage. If disaster strikes at home, whether it's extreme climate change, devastating war, catastrophic flooding, or fire, that country can always retrieve its backup to start over. It's a real game changer. Section 4. Global Tilt Svalbard for Future. A united effort. This peaceful global cooperation isn't just a thing of the past, it's continuous, it's growing, and it is incredibly active today. Just look at the momentum from the last couple of years. In June 2025, culturally iconic plant seeds were deposited from South Korea, the Netherlands, and Benin, joining 11 other nations who also sent their heritage north. Then, by October 2025, a major scheduled vault opening mixed this great celebration with a deep shared sense of global urgency regarding our food security. And continuing right into March 2026, entirely new countries and brand new crops were securely deposited into the permafrost. The drive to save our collective food supply really does cross all political boundaries. Finally, Section 5, Trygghet I en skiftende verden, the ultimate paradox. You know, the Vault's core mission statement is crystal clear. We offer safe, free, and long-term storage of seed duplicates to ensure the world's future food supply. But it truly is the ultimate paradox. While Svalbard itself shifts completely from a heavy industrial coal hub into this vital modern research center, and while the glaciers melt and the permafrost thaws right outside its blast doors, the seed vault remains an unwavering symbol of deep international security for future generations. It is a solid constant in a rapidly changing world. So, I want to leave you with this provocative question to ponder. As the Arctic ice continues to melt around our ultimate safe house, how will humanity adapt to secure the future of our food? Svalbard provides this incredible, unified backup plan, but the rapidly changing climate right outside its doors is a really loud wake-up call for worldwide resilience. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into The Explainer. Stay curious, keep exploring, and I'll catch you next time.